Welcome to episode 31 to FPL Top Dogs, if you can
Great.
hear me. Yeah, welcome to episode 31 FPL Top Dogs. I'm back in the game. Got my Wi-Fi and stuff and the security and all this baloney fixed. The landlord changed a few things. So here I am. It's 10:46. The teams are meant to be going in now for this double game week featuring Newcastle and Brighton players, guys. Let's have a quick look before everything closes down. I'm having a look at Andy from Let's Talk FPL. Um, Share the old screen, I think, yeah, yeah. Got two computers running here, so it's going to be a lot of lag. Just happy to be up and running again. Share. Well, game week 36. So it's been an annus horribilis for the Guru Meister this season, and I cannot wait to get into next season and start all over again and pretend that the last 52 weeks or how long a year is didn't like a pure, if you've watched Dallas, a Bobby Ewing job. It all was dreamt in the shower. A whole season of Dallas dreamt in a shower while he was taking it. So Joey Neenan here, still leading us on the way. Overall, 31,000. Looks to have no chips left. Yeah, only David McNamara here as a bench boost that can do a bit of damage later on, but is a bit too far back possibly. Well done to Jamesy Lyons there. Look at that for a haul as well. 51. That was a very poor game week. I only got 32 myself, so so the Rory Halford, he's been added in. Lusk man, they say he's from Lusk. Sounds like somewhere in deepest, darkest Mayo, possibly, or Galway. I'm not sure. Thanks to Stevie Stretch for adding Rory on. He's a great fan of the show and the Christy Nicholson. So he's having a fabulous year, below the top 50k, and this faceman there, Stevie Strat now added him into the league, so we know everything about Rory from Stevie's. Andalus in Australia, 99,000 last year. Stevie's in and about the same. So Stevie there in and about the same, not too bad, very consistent. 3-1-3, a little bit back, no chips. It's going to be hard. 5 points is just massive. It's so hard to win this back. It's going to be really difficult for Stevie Strap, but he'll be looking to consolidate his top three in the Christy Nicholson this year. But who else we got there? Shane, Face Man. All of a sudden, he's fourth, and yeah, 17. No, it's 15, 17 points down at the minute. So that's going to be very hard to claw back with no chips or no nothing. Joey's experienced enough to kind of see this through. Looking at the Andy's team from Let's Talk, Andy's got Azavalaga, Trippier, Estupian, Alexander, Fernandez, Mitoma. March isn't there, but look, he's going to change March. And if that goes to McAllister, Rashford's out. Okay, fair enough. Botman will be in. Yeah, Andy's got Botman. Shaw's on the bench. Greenwood's on the bench. Haaland's there. He won't be captaining Haaland. Watkins is not there. Sal is there. So everyone is there apart from the injured guys. I presume that looking at Andy's team from Let's Talk, Joy will be bringing in Isaac and McAllister. So McAllister for March, Isaac for Watkins, and he'll have it all. It's just a straightforward play. It's just 31,000. it's best to be on what Andy's doing. Um, the next year I'm going to have to look into this myself and just play. You know what I mean? Until you know who you are and where you're going in FPL, maybe it's best just to copy an influencer for the first few weeks and see if you can play him and win a few micro points or micro plays against your influencer. So whoever your favorite this is the way it's gone. It's going to be all bots now. It's going to be, packages where you can download experts out. They'll tell you to do this and that and the other. And it's going to be it's going to be like what you see in a centrifugal gravitation sort of shaker. You see the heaviest granules at the bottom, and everything's going to be finely layered to the minuscule granule speck. It's going to see a massive layered. That's what FPL is just going to be from now on. Actually, that sort of layering will be more to the top, where mostly everybody's doing the same thing. And to me, the whole thing has been total joke from start to finish. It's been so boring, like the whole season. To get some really proper rank, you just gotta be so uh just gonna do this. Oh, it's I got a faith that Curl milk at the minute, thinking about this season. So that's Joey. So that's my prediction there. Myself now, I've got 7 minutes now to lock in what I'm going to do here. I think I've took a -4, and I've got Isaac and I got Wilson in. I have Foden in. I totally forget why and how I got Foden and why was it I got Foden in. It's mainly because of the Leeds match that was going on, and that turned out to be quite a flop. Those plays that I did last week didn't work out. Desperation mode in regard to looking to gather a few extra points, but it didn't work out. Andreas just got injured straight away. I seem to have every penalty miss that was missed this season, from Madison to Salah twice to Tony missed one. I didn't have Kane's miss, but it feels like I've had loads of penalty misses all season, and I've had every one of them. So, well, I don't know. It's just take a -8, do the boring move, get in McAllister. Just I don't know. Rashford. Let me think. With people are here wondering will he start or not. They think here on the stream, I'm watching the live stream, that Isaac and Wilson will both start. Not sure about that. So that the early game is Leeds versus Newcastle, and Sam Allardyce looking to get something. Yeah, I got in March, and that didn't work out. Didn't even manage to play in the end. That was one of my minus. That was a -4 there. That's not worked out. Um, Maybe just keep Rashford for the laugh. I don't know. The Smart seems to be more out for longer. 21st of May, 7.3. Handy if it went for midfielders, 7.3. Midfielders. It doesn't make a difference, but I might as well keep fighting until the end. Brighton at home, take a single game weaker. Ostergaard scoring like fun, but it's more fun to have a double game weaker. 7.3. Just thinking about maybe Joe Linton for a laugh. Everyone else is going for the Brighton midfielders. Just possibly take a punt in this donkey. There's no confirmation or anything in this. Too many Newcastle. Okay, that was I won 11 Newcastle. Um, I'll just leave it. Just can't be bothered. I'll leave it the way it is. Um, yeah, just leave it the way it is. Doesn't matter. Just get this season done. It's been a joke. Yeah, let's have a quick. Let's just focus a little bit more on the league before going into this game week with that double. It's only a mini double this week, so everyone's getting on their Newcastle. So what's James at? He's got in the Stupian. Okay, fair enough. Um, great, credible 51. Odegaard. Everyone will want to be Arsenal, get Arsenal assets for next game week 37. Saka, they'll be good for the end of the season. Arsenal players. So yeah, that's good. Kane. Yeah, it's a bit of a differential team. See, this is a dangerous team to Joey. This team is going against the template. This is sometimes what you need to do to really, go for it. And it's all, guts or glory here. And I really like Odegaard's very interesting. I would say I like getting Odegaard against. He's scoring like confetti, and I have to get him anyway, but -4, he'll have to score. It's best just to go with Castagna, who I have, or just wing it. Yeah, I'm not happy having Castagna against Liverpool at home. Never mind. Just talking out loud, Gakpo's great. So there's quite a bit in this team that if he has a good game week compared to the template, he could win this thing. Only a point down. Great games. Jamesy Lyons, take a bow there. Rory Halford or Luskman. Don't know him very well, but he's Cesc on the beach. I think Lusk might be somewhere near maybe to get this right. Every time I think of Lusk, I think of blonde, big Haaland type humans and women. Amazonian. I don't know. I have no idea. Lusk, Lusk, is it? Is it male? That's, no. No, I've no idea where to start, but I'm sure it's somewhere in Connacht. Um, Still unlucky there. Who would have thought that? The 5-1 or whatever it was. Matoma only with that assist. Brighton are scaring me a bit, guys. What's going on there? McAllister, fair enough with these penalties and everything. Um, Again, that's very kind of templatey. Oh, it is very anyone with Greenwood at this stage is templatey. So I think James has got the edge here. It seems to me he's got his own way of thinking about the game. I like that. I want to be the guy that has the only guy thinking about how to do the game. I don't want it goes against every grain in my body to copy an influencer. I'm saying all this stuff, but I probably won't do it. I, this guy here is sticking to his principles and his ideas, and I love it. And that's me. That's what I am. I'm not doing influence. I hate templates with a passion. They bore the hell out of me, and it's like robot football. Um, okay, so 10:59. I should have sent out a text. It's 11 here on my phone. Hope you got your teams in. Hope you got in. This is the if you want to get into the Gone to the Dogs, this is Gone to the Dogs WhatsApp group. Message me on YouTube or get to Marky Phillips or someone around our community who wants to get in. And I do what the best I can with updates and deadline stuff. And I'm a I'm an eccentric sort of thinker here, emotional. Uh, so deadline's gone. Never mind. Stevie Strat Nolan over in Oz. His rank is slightly better than last year, albeit 3 more game weeks. Again, fair enough. Grealish is a bit of a Wilson. Just looking at Andy from Let's Talk stream, he's not done anything. He still has the Azavalaga, TAA, Trippier, Botman, Stupian, Mitoma, McAllister, Salah, Fernandez, Haaland, and Isaac. With Rashford, Shaw, United players will be very good going forward. I think they have a double game week. I'm not so sure they might have, but they are good to have. I think maybe that's the Sun Dream team I'm in, that they have a double game week coming up. So yeah, very templatey in all fairness. I presume Watkins will go for possibly Wilson or Isaac. It's a massive risk to go against these guys this game week. John C is hung in there with no chips for a long while, and that's to his credit. He's got a good chance of making that top 5, and staying into the top 10 is a big thing anyway. It had to be done. I'm not sure what I'm thinking about the Kilkenny colors for this year, black and yellow for this year. That just comes out. Last year's caps will be the primrose and blue. I'll get onto the wife to get them done in China. For our FPL Top Dogs family community, I want to just give a little bit back. They say I'm the guru, more like the Puru this season, or Puru or Poru, whatever way. It's definitely the former two. But yeah, the guru, yeah, Vinny Wega, the Val Wega, Vince Wega, Wegman, Val Wega. It's just too many names. But yeah, John C. See Gakpo. See, it's a tricky one. 215,000 won't really impress John. John that's a meh sort of season really for John, and he knows it. I'd love to be there, don't get me wrong. But for me, apart from this season, 200,000 below it is acceptable. Just above it just leaves a bad taste in the mouth. So, but this season it's just been anyone who's a free thinker or wants to do their own thing or take a few more risks for a risk reward gain this season. They've been crucified, and it's mainly because of Haaland. And next season, I swear to God, guys, this guy Haaland, I want him 20 million. No penny less or more. Make these guys, it's been a massive mistake, a massive. It has Joey Commando Neenan said in a text to me, he says it's just they've made a mistake with the game. Well, I'm saying that, but he's been massively undervalued. 12 million's been a joke. Harry Kane will probably stick where he is around where he is now, 12 million, probably 12.5 next season, depending on where he goes. If he goes to United or stays at Spurs, maybe he stays at Spurs, he won't be as valuable. If he goes to United, he should be guaranteed, a lot more tap-ins than he gets at Tottenham. So, yeah, Harry C is a bit of a mix. Fair play. I think it's because he's had no chips. He's had to kind of maneuver a lot like me from game week to game week that had no free hit for a while or a wild card for a while. And it's been tricky. Alvarez is a differential. So, yeah, that's a scary team for the templates. Isaac's in there. He might. Alvarez was a gamble because over 2 game weeks, but maybe he'll pop in Wilson in there. It's just that if Newcastle destroy Leeds today, Leeds need it. They'll go after Newcastle. Newcastle, bit of a come down after Arsenal. It's all psychology. It's all form as well. I'm not ruling out Leeds, getting something out of that game, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a 5-1 Newcastle. Davy McNamara, another perennial top tenner. I've met him there last January at the COE. Very nice guy, happy-go-lucky, and doesn't take any credit for whatever he does. But no, sure, I just do what I have to do, and it's just about a bit of fun now. And yeah, very softly spoken. Our Davy, great sportsman, and swear to God, people like Dave in our FPL community here around the Harness, and I include the whole of Connacht when I say top dogs, because I'm very proud of the whole thing. Connacht versus the world, but we have to have a base, and the base is in the heart of Connacht, which is um possibly Ballyhaunis. Some say Knock, and I want to umbrella our Roscommon friends and Sligo, Leitrim, Galway. You know, I listen. It's just mainly people, of people friends that we know who are, we're not talking about random strangers joining the Christy Nicholson. I get no fun or crack out of this if it was just like us against, this is our community, and if anyone's getting in here next year, they need to know somebody. It's like, I'm sorry about a black ball thing, but it really is. If somebody knows you and puts you forward into the league that they would like you to go into, an invitational sort of thing. That's where I'm at. But thanks very much everyone for joining the league this year. It's been phenomenal. But looking at Dave, again, love Pedro Porro. I was going to put him in last minute in my Sun Dream team, and I stuck with Gabriel. I suppose he got a clean sheet, but Porro, I went to the game, Crystal Palace, and 1-0. Not a Spurs fan anymore, and it's United, and I'm working on that evolution. I'm watching a lot of Mark Goldbridge. All right, it's Man United, and we're gonna win. Enough. It's a bit of a scousy thing going on there, but I'm getting it. He's seriously, it makes me laugh every time he speaks. But he has a show on Talk Sport as well. I heard of him from Talk Sport really, and then at 7 o'clock on a Saturday, and he does have some sort of objectivity. He gives the other teams a lot of credit. Of course, he's a United head, but he's very realistic and grounded on where United are. And in regard to this Radcliffe, Sir Jim Radcliffe, I've been hearing the other word for hours to talk on his show, the Mark Goldbridge show, which shout out to that. It's great fun. But yeah, it's United, he's very, very well grounded in where United are at, and that it is. I agree with him. Like, he selling your soul to the Qataris, yeah. It just selling your soul, I know, but like the Glazers will not be leaving in any form. They'll still have a minority stake. Each brother will at least have 10% each. As 20% United. There's a 5 billion offer for Sir Jim and his blokes, and I know he's a United fan, but he was only going to buy Chelsea that a year before Bolly. So I think it's more business than football really, and it's about a slice of the pie. And United are the biggest part. Well, Madrid and Barca possibly, but the biggest massive brand across the whole world, and the sponsorship, the money, the whole lot is just shockingly enormous for United in billions. So the United are worth every penny, although on the stock exchange in New York, I think they're only worth like about 3.7 to 4.5 billion. So it is, the goal at 6 billion is a massively overpriced price that the Glazers are offering. So lots are humming and hawing about this. But yeah, it's probably the money that they've put into the club they want to get back as well. And they said, I've been to the stadium just once, but I really thought it was fabulous and amazing, and I didn't see any mold in the wall or anything. But they do say it needs a lot of renovation, but a lot of stadium capacity has been put up at United over the last 20 years. Like, if you look from the 1990s to the stadium capacity now, it's nearly like 40 odd thousand to nearly 80,000 or whatever it is now. So it's massive. And with that rail, I think there's a railway station that's blocking a lot of it. So yeah, it's not just the 5 billion. There's a couple of more billion you want to be doing. And will the Qataris decide to look at Tottenham? with their stadium, the facilities, the training ground, everything's there except the team and the manager. Okay. And the ownership. So I need to get rid of the ownership, the levies, all the players except two or three. Um, is Son kind of turning into a luxury player now? It reminded me a bit because when you get older, you can't track back as much. And he's got a lot of credit in the bank at Tottenham, same as Harry Kane, phenomenal. So it's a fine line. Somebody has to be helping these guys help the team. What I mean by is trying to watch their backs and to let them stay forward more. But there's a lot more going at Tottenham than there is United. Is infrastructurally wise, except trophies. United are going for their second trophy. I'm going to the game against United and Chelsea, the ladies' football tomorrow. I'll be in catering there, so I'll be around there. I was there at Wembley when United won 2-0 against Newcastle. So I'm putting in the theory, uh, I'm not saying, but what are the chances you leave Tottenham to United and you could win 3 trophies in the space of a month? Well, that would be total opposite of Spursy, wouldn't it? The moment you get off Spurs, you're winning trophies. I got off United when I was 25, went to London, 48 now. I've done half my life with Tottenham, maybe half my life backwards United. And that's the way it's going. United. Um, yeah. So there you go. I like this. Davy Mac, phenomenal. Bit of a United ramp, but you need to know. I like the Maris thing. That's only single, yeah, double game week, but he didn't play one of the games, I don't think. Kieran Kiley, top 8, 2269, a little bit down, 31, 83 points down. Going to be tough now. Davies still got that bench boost, so that'll be game week 37, and I think he comfortably, 150,000 he could push that. I'd love 150,000. It's just for me to have a great season in FPL is to get under that 200,000, 19, whatever it is. Even like I was top 50k. I was just under top 50k last year, and now I'm struggling to breach 3 mil. And that was from 7.4 million to 3 mil. So that was a bit of a gap to close. I don't know what this guy is still on. He's still Andy's still on the stream. Don't know. Is the deadline? Deadline must be at 11. Ah, no, come on. No way. Go to points. Okay. Oh yeah, the update. It's over. I don't know why he's still on that show for. So it's over. Yeah, game is updating. Fair enough. And it is what it is with me. Maybe keeping Rashford will be a blessing in disguise. It might be as bad as you think. Kieran Kiley again. He's not on the template. Like, what kudos do you get for going against the template? At the end of the day, people just want points, and they don't care. They sell. If they had 10 grannies to sell, they sell the whole lot of them for 10 points. I'm sorry, but that's the way the whole thing is. And I don't want to be that person. I really don't want to be, but the majority are going down that road. You get nothing. Absolutely. The only thing you get here is the mini league. If you're in a mini league or in a competition or against your mates, it's like epic stuff. It's a shame now I can't go into the league here. But we have a Ballyhaunis €10 in, and there's about nearly 50 names in, I would say, and someone's going to get €500 there, and it's going to be nice. So this is the reason why it's all gone. The money, same with Ballyhaunis, the darts league came in. There was good prize money put up for us. Beer, a barrel of beer for the pubs if they want a few barrels. Put up barrels between whoever wins that. The pub would get barrels. The players, there was a few thousand, winners league stuff. Ballyhaunis is serious proper league. This is about the mid 90s. A strong darts sort of element in Ballyhaunis from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Very strong. Lots of provincial players and county players, especially, and players that represented Ireland. I put forward Hugh Carney Senior, not Junior. Junior is, I'm sure, is pretty sharp as well with the darts. But